Everybody digging my chili, what I'm laying down, that is not true.
They had a very bad original concept. It was carried out poorly, and the cover-up was one of the worst in the history of cover-ups. Very simple. Bad deal, should have never been thought of. Somebody really messed up, and they had the worst cover-up ever. And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint when they thought about it, because whoever thought of that idea, I think is in big trouble.
Retweet. That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't take a position. Retweet, 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 retweet. That was an opinion of somebody. Antifa exists.
And by the way, I don't think that's some grand conspiracy. I think this is sort of what power is. I mean this at a sort of high level. And
early in the morning, they went to the table with the black robe, the black shield, and they pulled out the votes. Those votes were put there a number of hours before.
Honestly, Sam, if I could just get the sentence out. We can talk about Jimmy Dore can go and kill 15 kids tomorrow, and I still believe in force the vote.
Everybody digging my chili, what I'm laying down, that is not true.
No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
I don't wear masks like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask. He could be speaking 200 feet away from it. He shows up with the biggest mask I've ever seen.
I gotta go. Let me respond. There's a lot to respond to here. Let's get something straight. You shouldn't be disappointed. What I've done so far is more than anybody else has done this far. Okay? Number one. Number two, I mean what I say when I say it.
You have a problem figuring out
I
whether you're
mean
for
what
me
I
or
say
Trump,
when I say
and you
it.
ain't black, and you ain't black,
I'm the only
and you ain't
person
black, and you ain't black.
who's ever run on 3 platforms that I was told could not possibly win the.
All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
Look, talk about education. I propose that what we take is those very poor schools, the Title I schools, triple the amount of money we spend from 15 to 45 billion a year. Give every single teacher a raise, an equal raise, getting out the $60,000 level. Number two, make sure that we bring in to help the students, the teachers deal with the problems that come from home. The problems that come from home. We have one school psychologist for every 1,500 kids in America today. It's crazy. The teachers are retired. I'm married to a teacher. My deceased wife is a teacher. They have every problem coming to them. We have to make sure that every single child does in fact have 3, 4, and 5-year-olds go to school, not daycare, school. We bring social workers into homes, the parents, to help them deal with how to raise their children. It's not that they don't want to help, they don't know quite what to do. Play the radio, make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night, the phone, make sure the kids hear words. A kid coming from a very poor school, or a very poor background, will hear 4 million words fewer spoken by the time they get there. There's so much I'm going to go like the rest of them do, twice over.
Get your words straight, Jack.
And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup. Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Could you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country.
Tweet. That was an opinion of somebody.
In case you don't know, and you haven't seen the latest polls, the American people hold the President of the United States in contempt. They hold this institution in contempt. They hold the Republican Party in contempt. They hold the Democratic Party in contempt. They think that maybe, given all of the crises facing this country, it's about time that there was some bold leadership here and that this institution made some hard choices.
No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
Get your words straight, Jack.
Did you use the word smart? So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Oh, give me a break.
Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you, Joe.
And by the way, I don't think that's some grand conspiracy. I think this is sort of what power is. I mean this at a sort of high level.
Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Hello? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Hey. Hopefully everyone's having a good morning. I'm having a good morning. I'm having a great morning. I just drank a whole cup of coffee in over the span of the last hour. So it's hitting my bloodstream. My bloodstream is like, give me that caffeine, motherfucker. And then the caffeine is like, all right. And now it's in my bloodstream. So that's currently the situation that's going on right now with my body's physiology. But again, hopefully everyone is having a good ass day. A good ass day. I'm just looking through stuff, you know, I'm just looking through. Just looking through. How's everyone doing? Let me read the chat. Let's see. We got Joe Chen, we got Jenna, we got R, we got Mang, we got Home, we got Fun, we got Niklas, we got Jason, we got Sure, Yif, we've got Quibbery, we got Jira, we've got MTG's porn star boyfriend. Hell yes. We've got Vertigo. We've got Uncanon. We got Yodeler. We got Matt. We got Guinea. We got Ronnie. We got Cloud. We got Zero. We got Yo-Yo. We got Kalida. We got Andrew in the chat room. Hopefully everyone's having hopefully everyone's having. I really just, you know. Yeah, so I am you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I got some shit to talk about here, some news. I'm still scrolling through the news because I'm a piece of garbage. So I was like, I'm just going to scroll through the news during the intro. So I'm still scrolling. Hello, Bethany. Welcome, welcome. How is my ass doing today? It is perfectly fine, thank you. Do you get more money if we don't skip the ads? I think so. I think so, but I'm not sure. All right, so yeah, so I've got some bizarro shit that I should talk about today. Got a lot of news yesterday. I didn't really do any news. I was just kind of having one of those philosophical pontification stations in the location that is currently being broadcast, but 24 hours prior. But there's a lot of bullshit going on. I'm trying to one of the things I want to talk about is this Cuomo thing. But I haven't read it yet, so. The only article I've seen is from the New York Post, and I don't necessarily want to read the New York Post. Oh, the New York Times just released an article. I'll read the New York Times. Fuck it. Let's do it. New York ass, motherfucking ass. All right. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to not? I mean, that's your decision. I don't think I'm legally allowed to have any sort of leeway there. I'm pretty sure there's a contractual thing. I mean, you know. Anyway, so let me check. I've got apparently messages on Discord are piling up. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. Fuck TikTok ad every fucking time. Fuck off. Damn. 006 or rather double 006. Little double you know.
In my opinion, it's never too late. So, little double.
Little double. I watch YouTube almost 24/7 so I can justify it. Hell yeah. If you watch more than 6 hours of YouTube a day, I'd recommend premium. I don't have cable, so I know I get money from premium. So if you do get premium, you don't I think I get more money from that than ads because it's not dependent upon advertisers. So I think advertisers, I don't know how. I'm just making shit up. Anyway, I want to read this article. There's an article here that I would like to read that I saw yesterday. And I'm reading this from the New York Times. New allegations of a cover-up by Cuomo over nursing home virus toll. In a leaked conversation, the governor's top aide admitted that data was withheld on nursing homes where more than 10,000 New Yorkers have died during the pandemic. So I haven't read all of this yet. I'm at this point right now where I kind of like reading articles on stream. I don't know, just, less time. I don't, Governor Andrew M. Cuomo and his top aides were facing new allegations on Friday that's today actually, that they covered up the scope of the death toll in the state's nursing homes from the corona, beer. After admissions that they withheld data in an effort to forestall potential investigations into state misconduct. The latest revelations came in the wake of private remarks by the governor's top aide, Melissa DeRosa, and a cascading series of reports and court orders that have nearly doubled the state's official toll of nursing home deaths in the last 2 weeks. The disclosures have left Mr. Cuomo, a third-term Democrat, scrambling to contain the political fallout as lawmakers of both parties call for censure, including stripping the governor of his emergency powers during the pandemic, federal and state investigations, and resignations of Miss DeRosa and other top officials. Now, again, I just want to state, I don't live in New York, obviously, but I know that Andrew Cuomo is garbage. He's trash. But you have to understand the Republicans are going to try to utilize this to the best of their ability to stick it to him, right? So the best thing that I think that leftists could do in the commentator space is to, again, if these allegations are true, if this is factual, right, try to use this in a way that would get rid of Cuomo's powers. However, don't let that void be filled by Republicans. You know, don't let a Republican say, like, and then you have to elect me for, like, you know, as long as a Republican does not usurp power, I think sticking it to Cuomo is a good idea. So, in a conversation first reported on by the New York Post, Ms. DeRosa told a group of top lawmakers on Wednesday during a call to address the nursing home situation that basically we froze after being asked last summer for information by the Trump administration's Department of Justice. At the time, the governor's office was simultaneously facing requests from the state legislature for similar information. We were in a position where we weren't sure if what we were going to give to the Department of Justice or what we give to you guys and what we start saying was going to be used against us. And we weren't sure if there was going to be an investigation, Mr. Rosa told lawmakers, according to a partial transcript obtained by the New York Times. The news of Mr. Rosa's remarks sparked a flurry of angry denunciations, including from Mr. Cuomo's fellow Democrats. This is a betrayal of public trust, State Senator Andrew Guanardes, a Democrat from Brooklyn, said on Twitter. There needs to be full accountability for what happened. Condemnation was even louder from Republicans. Exactly. You cannot let Republicans take control of this narrative. But again, this is obviously bad. Democrats are bad. But as long as Democrats aren't replaced by Republicans, hit them where it hurts. That's my opinion. Who have seized on Mr. Cuomo's performance on nursing homes, where more than 10,000 New Yorkers died during the pandemic. But the state long stalled on releasing full data as evidence of duplicity or even criminality. Now, again, I want to say, remember when Andrew Cuomo did this book tour on CNN and MSNBC? Where he was like, oh, we did it. We solved the pandemic, overcoming. Like, remember, like, whatever the fuck his bullshit was. It is time to move past the lies and fully uncover the full truth, and finally uncover the full truth, said Representative Tom Reed, a Republican from the state's southern tier, who called for a federal investigation on Thursday night. Early on Friday, Ms. DeRosa, the top non-elected official in the state, sought to clarify the context for her remarks, saying she was trying to explain that we needed to temporarily set aside the legislature's request to deal with the federal request first. We informed the House of this at the time, she said, referring to the upper and lower chambers of the legislature. She added that the administration was comprehensive and transparent in our responses to the DOJ, and then had to immediately focus our resources on the second wave and vaccine rollout. As I said on the call with legislators, we could not fulfill the request as quickly as anyone would have liked. This is damage control. I don't buy it personally. The revelation of Ms. DeRosa's remarks comes 2 weeks after a damning report from Letitia James, the state's attorney general, who accused the Cuomo administration of undercounting deaths related to the pandemic in connection to nursing homes by thousands. The report forced the state's health department to make public more than 3,800 previously unreported deaths of residents who died outside a facility, like in a hospital, and had not been included in the state's official nursing home tally. Since then, the number of deaths connected to New York nursing homes and long-term care facilities has only ballooned to about 15,000 confirmed and presumed deaths, from 12,743 in late January as of this week. The administration released the latest figures as a result of a court order following a 6-month battle between the Cuomo administration and the Empire Center, a conservative leading think tank. Again, just want to reiterate, we cannot let conservatives dominate this news. A conservative-leaning think tank which requested a full accounting of nursing home deaths under the state's Freedom of Information law. The virtual meeting this week between Ms. DeRosa and other senior administration officials, including Mr. Cuomo's health commissioner and budget director and top Democratic state lawmakers, was intended to bridge a growing rift between the governor's office and the legislature. The legislature held hearings in early August on the administration's handling of certain pandemic-related incidents in nursing homes, which legislators repeatedly questioned the state's health commissioner, Dr. Howard Zucker, on the full extent of deaths linked to nursing homes. Lawmakers, however, were unsatisfied with Mr. Zucker's failure to disclose the number of resident deaths outside nursing homes and long-term care facilities. A few weeks later, the state Senate and Assembly formally wrote the health department requesting those figures, as well as additional information. Correction, February 12th, an earlier version of this article misstated when total deaths in New York nursing homes reached 12,743. It was in late January, not February. Okay. So yeah, we all know that the Cuomo administration has been covering up a lot of stuff. And I just want to, again, in the words of our president.
They had a very bad...
Former president.
Original concept. It was carried out poorly, and the cover-up was one of the worst in the history of cover-ups.
So again, the idea that Andrew Cuomo would do that bizarre press conference with the pile of garbage, like, oh, the Hill, right? And then he wrote this book. Let me get this book open. Like, you got to see this book cover. If you haven't seen the book cover, dude. Jesus Christ. Like, fucking Christ almighty. Like, I really just, it's, oh, mama. So this is what Andrew Cuomo released. American Crisis. Leadership Lessons from the Pandemic. Andrew Cuomo looking like, oh yes, I'm such a serious person. Look at me. Looking into the distance. Like, again, this guy's totally full of himself. He's got main character syndrome. This guy is willing to kill people for his retaining of power. This guy is willing to not even let the families of these people know why their loved ones are dead just to retain power. And I think that that is disgusting. But of course, I want to reiterate that Republicans are going to weaponize the shit out of this. And we cannot, I don't live in New York, obviously. But there cannot be an allowance of, right-wingers to dominate this story, which is why I wanted to cover it. Because Andrew Cuomo is a centrist Democrat. He's closer to Republicans than he is to, I guess, the center line of the Democratic Party at this point. This guy is just not good. He is entrenched in his power. And this is one of the problems when you've got authoritarians in government. Democrat, Republican, whatever. Authoritarians are bad news, folks. And we got to call that out at all costs, in my estimation. Thank you, Andrew. $4.99. I live in Long Island. New York, so unfortunately, he's my governor. Confounded face. I hope we find another lefty to run against him in the primaries. When are the primaries? When do they start? Like this year, next year? Like, I don't know the cycle there. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Sharp Leggings. Thank you very much. I watch at least 12 hours a day. Is premium worth it? Why not wait and skip? I'm biased here. Obviously, I would prefer you get premium because then I get paid for it. So it's like, what are you going to do? But yeah. They start this year. Hello,
Bob.
Welcome to the broadcast. Hello, Rialan, by the way. Hello, Get to the Metal. And hello, Andrew. Hello, Mila. Hello, A234. Am I missing anyone? If I'm missing you, please let me know. I do remember Cynthia Nixon running against Cuomo. She should run again. But yeah, so this is, some fucked up ass. What is Papaloppin', Carla? Alright, y'all. This is legit. I'm gonna start doing it. Like the fucking stream. Alright, motherfuckers? Like the stream. You see this? You gotta do this. You know what? Honestly, if you don't like this stream, dislike it. Dislike the stream. Let your opinion on this broadcast be known. Like, dislike, whichever. You know? You just got to do it, folks. You got to do it. Hit me the fuck up, algorithm my ass. You are missing me, and I like your Doom video. Hello, Bodan. I know, once the impeachment's done, I will get back to gaming. I know. I've been making excuses, but, again, the impeachment's eating up a lot of time, and I do want to cover it because it's important. But once the impeachment is over, I'll get back to more video games. I promise. In fact, I was thinking about doing, Doom, 1, 2, Final Doom, No Rest for the Living, Master Levels, Doom 3, Doom 3, Resurrection of Evil, Lost Mission, Doom 4, and Doom 5. I was considering doing, a run-through of all of those. Maybe I'll just start with Doom 3, honestly, and keep the classic Doom separated. But, yeah. Does anyone know what the impeachment schedule will be like tomorrow on Saturday? I could do Doom 64. Yeah, I have to do that too. Because tomorrow, I want to do some other stuff tomorrow besides stream all day. So, if someone could let me know what, like, as soon as they find out, like, send me an email, DM me on Twitter or Discord, what, like, the impeachment schedule will be. If the impeachment schedule is, like, the same as it is usually, it's very likely there will be no impeachment stuff tomorrow. Okay? That's what I was thinking, but I'm not sure. I don't know if, sometimes they do stuff on the weekends. No impeachment Saturday. All right, brilliant. Okay, cool. So I'll probably be taking Saturday off. But Sunday I will do some Doom on Sunday, I can guarantee you. But if there is an impeachment stream on Saturday, depending on how long it is, depending on what, I'll get to it. It might not be live, but I'll get to it at some point. But just, bear with me. Game and live stream impeachment simultaneously. Hello, it's not like the games you are playing are demanding. Yes, I understand. But I could play like Halo multiplayer or something, but I don't want to like invest myself into a game's story for the first time while listening to impeachment. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Republican lawyer, observant Jew, so no impeachment during Sabbath. Okay? They have 8 hours to use tomorrow, but the lead counsel can't be there Sabbath, and they have no case, so they bail. They're bail. Okay, I understand. I understand.
Everybody digging my chili, what I'm laying down? That is not true.
Fucking everybody digging my chili? Oh, Lord. So I got some more news here that I want to cover from the great state of New York, of which I've never been. I've never been to New York, but I love talking about New York. Everyone loves to. I thought the Sabbath objection was withdrawn. Keep me posted, y'all. Keep me posted. Because tomorrow, I really, am not going to be streaming for 6 hours tomorrow. Like, so I'm just, throwing that out there. Gotta go to work. I'll catch y'all later. All right, Jeff, see ya. Woo. I was laying down. It's early in California, but you got me up. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all got to get up early. I'm telling you, it's great for your mental health. Unless you've got like a work schedule thing. For me, starting to get up by 7 a.m. every single day is one of the best decisions I've made. Like, it's just one of the best decisions I've made. To get up early because it gets your day started. Like, I drank my coffee, right? I'm fully awake, I'm alert, and then I get to do my live show. Like every once in a while I'll wake up at like 9:45 and I go like, right? Every once in a while, but you know, when I get my time too, and this goes to like if you have a like job that you have to be at, you know, obviously not anyone listening live has a job, but if you're watching the VOD or whatever, you know, it's just wake up, you know, an hour or two earlier than you normally do, and trust me, you're gonna feel a lot better about your day. Andrew, $4.99. Do you think the age limit for running for president should be lowered to 25? Yes, absolutely. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it should be lowered to 18. I think running for any federal office or any office, state or federal, should be 18 years old. That's what I think. If you can vote, you should be able to be voted for. That's my logic. Because again, like, it really is like, you know, it might seem like, you know, a little bizarre for me, but let me try to tease this out. Not like every single year that you live, right? You are living longer than other people. Like, there's people that die at the age of 23. There's people that die at the age of 33. There's people that, you know. So it's like, the idea that you're going to, you have to live all the way up until 35. There's an innate sense of privilege there. Right? Like, there's, like, certain groups and classes of people that don't live to that age as often, etc. So I think if you're old enough to vote, you're old enough to be on a ballot. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. We need to have a president that microdoses. Hopefully at some point. I also think you should be able to vote at the age of 16. I would also say you should be able to vote at the age of 14 if it's a senatorial election. You should be able to vote for any election that has a term limit, like where you become 18. So the Senate term limit, or the Senate terms are 6 years. So if you're 15, right, that Senate election is going to affect your adult life. So you should be able to vote in a Senate election at the age of 14 or 15. That's what I think. That's the argument for lowering the voting age for 14, is that a presidential term is 4 years, right? And therefore it affects you. Like if you're 19 and you couldn't vote, like, you know, that affects you. So I would say, based on what the terms are, you should be allowed to vote for those specific things. So if you're 14 or 15, I wouldn't mind at all if you were able to vote for a Senate election. Having someone that young running for president would cause too many young people to vote, and we all know. Yep. How many states have passed Citizens United Amendment? I am not sure. What's microdosing? Taking small amounts of psychedelics to just become a better person. Kids are people with agency and... Yes, kids are in fact people with agency and... That is a correct statement. Alright. What the fuck? So I haven't read this article yet, but I'm going to. So in Buffalo, New York, over the course of the summer, as we saw in the Black Lives Matter protests, in the first few days of these protests, if you remember, there was a viral video of police in Buffalo, New York, pushing an elderly man to the ground with no provocation whatsoever, and he was bleeding out of his ear and was permanently disabled after this incident. And the officers that, you know, brutalized this man unnecessarily just got off scot-free. So let's read. Buffalo police officers seen shoving elderly protester have charges dropped. This was not the JFK assassination, a district attorney said. This was not that complex of a case. What? So, okay. Anything less terrible than the JFK assassination, all of a sudden, charges dropped. Well, you didn't assassinate JFK, so, I mean, come on. Can you really like, what? Like, Jesus Christ. Let's read. Criminal charges have been dropped against the two police officers seen on video last spring shoving a 75-year-old protester to the ground in Buffalo, New York, prosecutors said Thursday. A grand jury declined to indict Buffalo officers Robert McCabe and Aaron Torgalski on felony assault charges. Erie County District Attorney John Flynn said, ending a matter that drew national attention at the height of protests over the police killing of George Floyd. Messages seeking comments were left with lawyers representing the offices. A message was also left for the man who was pushed to the ground, longtime activist Martin Gugino. I'm so sorry. John Evans, president of Buffalo Police Benevolent Association. I love that. If we just call it the Benevolent Association, we're obviously we just kill people for a living, but we'll just call it the Benevolent Association. Like, what? Told Buffalo News, obviously we are ecstatic with their decision. These officers have been put through hell, and I look forward to seeing them back on their job. Who cares about the, innocent old man who was bleeding out of his ear, who is now permanently disabled? Fuck him. Fuck them. We are the Benevolent Association. Such fucking bullshit. Flynn, echoing earlier statements, said he didn't necessarily feel the altercation rose to the level of a felony, but that the state law required prosecutors to bring such a charge when a victim is at least 65 and the suspected perpetrators are at least 10 years younger. Addressing criticism that he slow-played or sandbagged the case, Flynn said prosecutors made a thorough presentation to the grand jury, but, citing secrecy rules, said he couldn't discuss what witnesses were called or what evidence was presented. The grand jury heard the case on a delayed basis because of the pandemic-related court closures, he said. And obviously, here's the image of what happened here. There's police everywhere. An old man is just walking in the location. We're just going to push him to the ground onto cement. These are the officers here. Flynn said, throughout the investigation, video of the shove remained the primary evidence. This was not the JFK assassination, Flynn said. This was not that complex of a case. The video that was taken speaks for itself. Clearly, it doesn't. Clearly, the video does not speak for itself. If you're comparing this to the JFK assassination, like, what? Oh, yeah, I know my client, Your Honor. I know that my client, just massacred 38 people. But it wasn't the JFK assassination. So, I mean, can you, come on. I know it's on video of them massacring 38 people, but it wasn't the JFK assassination. So, I mean, what the fuck? What does that mean? A news crew covering protests in downtown Buffalo last June over Floyd's death in Minneapolis captured video of the officers shoving Gugino to the ground in front of City Hall as crowd control officers in riot gear cleared demonstrators from an area for an 8 p.m. curfew. As you can tell, it is not anywhere close to 8 p.m. in this image. It's probably closer to 1 or 2 p.m. Gugino pushed backward, started bleeding after hitting his head on the pavement, and spent about a month in the hospital with a fractured skull and brain injury. I don't want to show that, so. McCabe and Torgalski were suspended without pay and arrested within days. They pleaded not guilty and were released without bail, pending further developments. Flynn said at a news conference Thursday that the national attention on the case had no influence on the decision to charge the officers right away. All I need is probable cause for an arrest, Flynn said. When I go to trial, though, I need beyond a reasonable doubt. At this point right now, it's 50-50 in my mind as to whether or not it was intentional or reckless. If it's 50-50, that's not beyond reasonable doubt. The analysis factors into my mind, but I can't articulate to you what's going on in the grand juror's mind. What the fuck does that? It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean jack fuck all. The Buffalo News reported that the Buffalo Police Department will begin an internal affairs investigation, a development that has been on hold since because of the criminal case. A message-seeking comment was left with police spokesperson. In the wake of the officer's suspension, nearly 60 other members of the department's crowd control unit said they would no longer serve on the unit. Remember that? Do you remember that? Everyone was like, oh, how dare you hold them accountable? And they all resigned their post. There was they didn't quit being cops, but they quit the emergency response unit, right? So it's yeah, we're going to keep our money, we're going to keep our pensions, we're going to keep our jobs, but we don't want to go be emergency responders and first responders anymore. What? But yeah, so that's the situation. It's disgusting that what cops get away with in this country. It's just, it's ludicrous. It really is ludicrous. It's disgusting. And, you know, there's really no words that can accurately sum up just how horrendous this is. Just corporate rot on every level. Just corporate rot from the top down. And it's just gross. It really is just gross. But again, the Benevolent Police Association. Well, it's not the JFK assassination. Well, it gives. Most of these cops retire to Idaho. Yeah, I read some stories about that, where Idaho has like one of the largest populations of retired police for some reason. I know he killed 15 children, but it wasn't something worse. That's why I still surprised.
Honestly, Sam, if I could just get this sentence out, we can talk about Jimmy Dore can go and kill 15 kids tomorrow, and I still believe in force the vote.
Can I just I have this on video here. I just want to say Sam Cedar drinking a cup of coffee throughout this is just so good.
We can talk about Jimmy Dore can go and kill 15 kids tomorrow, and I still believe in force the vote.
It's just so funny. It's just so funny, dude. It's just, I love that shit. I love that shit. What's poppin', Sam? How's it going? Hello, guy in a gorilla suit. Hello, John. Hello, Bongo. Hello, Drello Stams. What's up? Hello, Cat Lady. Hopefully everyone's having a good day. I just want to say, again, I appreciate everyone for watching. I want to let it be known that the fact that people are watching me is just profound. And I'm glad that you're willing to spend your mornings with me. Because, again, I personally think that the morning is the most important part of the day. Because it really sets the stage for how the rest of the day will go. And so, again, I just wanted to say I really, really, really appreciate everyone for helping me out. I really appreciate everyone for just being here for me and watching me. And, it's a profound privilege. And I just want to let everyone know that I appreciate that. And now I'd like to present a message from our sponsors.
No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
We're here for Max. I love mornings. Usually get up around 4:30. Hell yeah. I used to get up around 5 when I was getting really heavy into lucid dreaming the first time. I'd go to bed at 9 and wake up at 5. But I've, sometimes stuff is just fun at the, at night. A lot of shit happens at night. Sometimes I stay up a little bit. But I try to get up by 7. 7:30 is the absolute cutoff for me. 12:40 a.m. here in Japan. That's epic. Holy shit. Hillary likes it raw. Stop. I can't. Hillary likes it raw. Please. Please stop it. As you can see, Max the dog is currently in the background. Hell yeah. I'm huge in Japan. I'm just huge in general. Or at least I was huge. I lost 80 pounds over the course of the last year, obviously. So I'm no longer huge. politics, trending. FLOTUS, trending with champ and major. Oh, gotta click on that. Hold up, let me bring this. I know you're gonna cringe as soon as I put the screen on, but I'm gonna try to make sure you don't see which account this is, but you know. Okay. Check this out. Unity, strength, healing, goodness. This is literally the most on the nose thing I could see from just
dumb people, liberal people, dumb people, liberal people, dumb people, liberal people, dumb people, liberal people.
Look at these doggies though.
Valentine's Day.
It's not Valentine's Day. I'm not telling you. Happy Sunday. Valentine's Day is a big day.
I just have to say, I hate Joe Biden as much as the next guy, but Joe Biden has like this whole thing on lock. Like, he's just chilling in the White House lawn with a dog holding a cup of coffee. Like, that's sick. Like, I'm just letting you know, that's sick. So, I'm just saying. But the whole unity and love thing, I mean, that's cringy as hell. That's, like, extremely cringy. But I love the whole coffee cup, you know, jeans look. I mean, I'm just saying, Joe Biden's looking pretty good. Like, I can understand what's going through Jill's head. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there. That was a retweet.
Retweet. That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't take a position.
Just saying. I'm just saying. It's a good look. The actual footage. Yes, I can show you the actual footage.
Dumb people, liberal people.
That's the actual footage. There's you know, there's not much there, but you know, whoops. That's the footage though. So stupid, so stupid. I'll show you that one too.
So stupid, so stupid. Thank you, thank you.
I love that. Thank you, thank you. It's so good. Yeah, hopefully everyone's having a good morning. It's only 10:46. That's incredible. Where's my 2K, Joe? Where's my money?
No, you haven't. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. You said you were, but you're now you got to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you.
Be honest with me, Joe. Get your words straight, Jack.
Get your words straight, Jack.
I'm sorry, Zero. I'm sorry. I've been so lazy. I'm so sorry. The impeachment has just taken so much of my time. Please bump the messages. Bitch better have my money. That's what I'm saying. All right, so I've got a story that you know, this is no good. So there is a bill in Alabama that will make any sort of transgender healthcare for minors illegal. Not only illegal, but a felony. And this is extraordinarily damaging. This is probably going to result in a lot of deaths. This is probably going to result in a lot of, you know, do-it-yourself forms of healthcare, which, you know, is only going to hurt people because they have no access to medical treatment in a healthy professional environment. And I want to read this. This is from The Hill. Alabama's House Judiciary Committee will hold a public hearing on Wednesday on a bill that will make it a felony. I believe that was, you know, 2 days ago. For doctors to give puberty blockers, hormone therapy, or surgery to a transgender child, the Associated Press reported. The bill proposed by Republican Representative Wes Allen is called the Alabama Vulnerable Child Compassion and Protection Act. It argues that there is not enough research to show that puberty blockers, hormone therapy, or surgery for transgender children are safe or effective. First of all, transgender children do not get surgeries. That's just a ridiculous farce of just like a conspiracy theory. Puberty blockers are often given to prevent the side effects of going through puberty, which can be very damaging for a transgender. I mean, hey, I'm trans. I went through male puberty. It fucking sucked, bro. It sucked. All right? And it's permanently damaged my body as a result. The bill also argues that studies have shown that prepubescent children who claim a gender identity from different from their biological sex, again, there's no such thing as biological sex, that is a dog whistle, will ultimately identify with their biological sex by young adulthood or sooner when supported through their natural puberty. That is untrue, unscientific, and unproven claims. The bill says that if puberty blockers are administered and a child changes their mind, it forecloses the possibility of a natural recovery from this condition. That is also untrue. That is also a complete fabrication. And what's important to understand here is, similarly to how you have Republican men say that women cannot get abortions, this is similarly, you have cisgender people telling you that you cannot do what you want. There are no transgender people on this committee. There are no people that have had actually, regrets with their, transitions. It's just a bunch of cisgender people saying, well, I read something on Facebook, so I'm going to try to write it into the law. It's ridiculous. Opponents of the bill have argued that the decision should be between the child, parents, and doctors. Those who support the bill believe a person should have to be a legal adult in order to make the decision to undergo gender-changing medical procedures. They give kids pharmaceutical drugs, antidepressants, anti-anxiety medications, like ADHD medications. How all of those things would permanently alter the way the brain develops. If you support giving kids all these kinds of pharmaceuticals at young ages, if you support giving kids sugar in the form of Fruit Loops for breakfast, then you should not be against puberty blockers. It is transphobic, it is disgusting, it is ignorant, it is unscientific, and it is ludicrous. The bill does have an exception for cases where children are shown to have medically verifiable disorder of sex development and need these treatments. If the bill is passed, it would also make it a Class C felony for school employees or administrators to tell a child not to tell their parents if they don't believe their gender matches their biological sex. Again, there is no such thing as biological sex. Sex is not a binary. Have you ever heard of intersex? Right? Sex is not a binary. It is a spectrum, right? With multiple variations in between. There are a lot of children that at birth who are intersex, get circumcised, have their genitals mutilated, or have surgical procedures done with them without consent as their children to get them to become a gender that maybe they don't even want to be, right? If you support circumcision, how can you possibly support a bill like this, right? You're telling me it's okay to circumcise newborn babies without their consent, destroy parts of their body without their consent whatsoever for religious fundamentalist reasons, but someone who's 16 or 17 who is currently going through puberty and who currently undergoing traumatic responses to that puberty can't get the medical attention that they need? It's a joke. It's a fucking joke. It's an absolute fucking joke. And so I just wanted to point this out, that this is a disgusting bill by disgusting people. And again, if you're cis and you don't understand a lot of these things, it's fine not to understand a lot of things. It's fine to not understand all the nitty-gritty of these details, right? I don't understand necessarily what it's like for people that are schizophrenic, right? But I'm not going to go out there and draft legislation to try to control those people's lives, because I have no jurisdiction over those people's lives. I have no professional knowledge over those people's lives, right? I'm not going to go out there, right, and try to legislate certain disabilities out of existence because I don't have those disabilities. I don't know what it's like to have certain disabilities. I'm not going to go out there and try to say, oh, cis women or trans men shouldn't be allowed to get, I remember there's a lot of these people that said that trans men shouldn't be allowed to become pregnant because it's against God or whatever. I'm not like, what? You know, I'm not going to go out there and tell other people what to do with their bodies because that's not my shit. Now, if you wanted to have a tribunal or like a group of people that are all trans, or have like, if they did transition and maybe transition back or whatever, then maybe I'll listen. I'll listen to that argument. Maybe. I'll still probably disagree, but at least it's an actual argument we can have within our community. But if you a bunch of cis dumb motherfuckers out there saying, well, I don't know what this is like, I read a post on Facebook, I'm going to try to legislate that. I'm sorry. Go fuck yourself. Nobody likes you. You're a piece of garbage. Plain and simple. So I just wanted to point that out. They're testing if this passes, keep appealing it up to the Supreme Court. Absolutely. Yep. I do think, yeah, I mean, of course you should understand the science, but I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, if you're going to try to limit people's rights, I'm sorry, it's just, whatever. It's okay. If someone decides that they want to circumcise themselves, I believe that that's a decision they should be able to make. I am circumcised. I didn't want to be I didn't choose that. It's ridiculous. I asked my parents about it and they said, I don't know, they just asked me and I said, sure. Like the doctor is just like, hey, do you want to mutilate your baby's genitals? Sure, why not? What? Like, the fuck? You know, but whatever. Exactly, home. They don't want to hash it out, and they don't want to have the discussion. Every time they talk it through, it's always circular. They start with their conclusions and end up with arguments. Not good. Exactly. Legislation by the benevolent order of transphobes. Yep. Stream is lagging. Whoa. That would be like, oh, what if we just like clipped out like babies, like, you know, fingernail like production, like their nail beds, you know, or their cuticles or whatever. Yeah, just make it so that your baby can't have fingernails. Well, then I don't have to clean my fingernails, right? I don't have to do this, you know, in the morning, right? Oh, look at that. I have to clean my finger. Oh, look at this. There's some dirt under my nail. I have to, well, you know, why don't we just rip people's toenails and fingernails out when they're kids? Then you don't have to clean it. Good. Uncut King. Stop! I can't. No. Oh. Oh my god. That's even more ridiculous, said 50, to be honest. Whoa, you're wild, my man. Oh my god. My dad converted to Judaism. He got snipped as an adult. Even Jewish guys he knew were like, whoa, you're wild, my man. That's so good. Oh. Uncut Queen, ooh woo. Hell yeah. I mean, I just want to say I have no preference. When it comes to sucking dick, either one is my, you know, I'll take either one. I'm just saying, pointing that out there. It was a retweet. It's the opinion of somebody.
Retweet. That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet.
Just saying. Anyway, what else do we got here? What's up, Bob? Damn, it's only 11. I feel like I'm experiencing like some form. I feel like I've been streaming for hours and it's only halfway through. Holy shit. God damn. Motherfuck.
Make coffee and put on my specs.
I mean, that's an interesting thing, guy in a gorilla suit, actually. I feel like they probably could have gotten that material somewhere else, but I never heard of that before. That's super interesting. I got into a huge argument once with some family members about circumcision. Because personally, again, I think it's immoral. I would like to reference the episode of Seinfeld where Kramer steals the baby at the bris. It's such a good episode where he just tries to steal the baby. It's so good. But I mean, like, I am morally against circumcision. And like certain family members are like, of course I'm gonna circumcise my son. And it's like, what? It's dumb. Oh, I'm religious. What? You're religious? So, okay. You're gonna literally mutilate your child's dick because a sky daddy told you to in a book you've never read before that your parents just pushed on you to pretend to believe? What? You know what I mean? It's just like, it's just ridiculous. You sent an interesting DM? Uh-oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is a very interesting DM. This is a very interesting DM coming from Joseph of the Mud here. An extraordinarily interesting DM. The whole point of circumcising babies was to be so traumatic that boys would not masturbate. That wouldn't be surprising to me. The cleanliness argument. Again, do you want to cut off your fingernails so you don't have to get dirt under your fingernails? Like, it's just a stupid fuck. Do you want to sew your mouth shut so you don't actually get accidentally get dirt in your mouths? I'm just going to sew... You know how, babies put their fingers in their mouths? Oh, I'm just going to sew my baby's mouth shut so that they don't get dirty? What? Like, it's dumb. It's just dumb. It's dumb fuck bullshit. It's dumb fuck bullshit. You know what a mole is? Isn't that the Isn't that the fella that isn't that the fella? Yeah, we have showers now. I am circumcised, unfortunately, but I've dealt with uncircumcised dicks. It's not hard to clean. I can guarantee you, if there's any forms of, material trapped within the foreskin, trust me, I can clean it with no problems. I can clean it with no hands, no less. No hands, no problem. I'm just saying, it's not hard. I'm just saying. Well, I mean, it could be, potentially. Anyway. Power washer. Oh my god. Help, what's that? I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. No hands. Oh my god. Fucking hell. Fucking I'm gonna Google power washer because I feel like whatever I'm gonna get on Google Images is gonna make that way funny, way funnier. I'm done. I can't. Are they still trying to wrap it up today? I'm not sure. Work canceled. I'm back, baby. You chose a good time to re-enter the stream. Your Aunt Tifa in the Discord chat. To everyone advocating circumcision, I point out the David Raymer case. Never heard of that. Let's give a quick Google. I knew I liked this stream for a reason. I mean, I'm just saying. Interesting. Interesting. Well, not even necessarily smegma. I mean, it could be other forms of, you know, biological material that could get trapped down there, you know. Anything's possible. Oh, hell yes!
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family.
Oh my god. Hey, Vocal Majority.
And then they have cans of soup. Soup.
Alright, a change purse. You could fit some dimes in there. Alright, I mean, my next story I'm going to talk about is, like, kind of serious. So, like, I kind of want to, like, make sure the vibes are accounted for that. So. Lister says, Smeghead. I'm about to be 49 and I've never had material trapped under my foreskin. Hey, maybe this is just personal experience, but, you know, sometimes at a certain point, you know, sometimes it, like, you know, flops back up in the middle of certain, you know, things occurring. And sometimes it gets, you know, certain materials get trapped at a certain, you know, point in time. I'm just saying. It's possible. How am I feeling about the trial? So far, so good. I think the Democrats have a very strong case. Obviously, of course, nothing is going to happen. But obviously it's a very strong case, in my opinion. Anyway, it doesn't matter if you're circumcised or uncircumcised. The only thing that matters is giving me money. So I want to talk about the fact that I've got a Patreon. I have a newly minted Cash App, and I just got my Cash App card in the mail. As you can see, my Cash App card is here. I can now purchase things. So if you want to send me money on any of these platforms, I would appreciate that. I will utilize that. and it'll be beneficial for everyone involved. So, again, it doesn't matter if you're circumcised or if you're uncircumcised. It doesn't matter if you have smegma, you don't have smegma. It doesn't matter what your position is in life. I don't need another place to lose my keys. Stop. Please stop. Please stop. I can't. I won't. Does size matter? Not in my opinion. If the jury weren't a political body, I'd say it's said and done. I agree with that. I mean, if people have vaginas, they can give me money too. I mean, I was just, that wasn't the topic of conversation. That's all. I'm just saying. Doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck who you are. As long as you give me money. That's the only thing that matters. Also, of course, 87 concurrent viewers. I'm looking at YouTube right now. The statistics are interesting. 89 current viewers. 60 likes? What? What? Like, do I have, 20 dislikes? Like, what is going on here? This is bizarre. Like, what is happening here? Like, unless I have 20 dislikes, I'm checking. I've got 1 dislike. So there's a bunch of motherfuckers out there that are like, I don't know if I like, this stream could be good. It could be bad. What are you, a centrist? Are you a neoliberal? What is that? Medicare for all and, wanting to exterminate entire... I mean, I can't tell the difference. Do I like this stream? I don't know. Come on. Come on. Thank you, Riolon, for the 70 czars. I appreciate that. I'm going to go get myself a power washer with that cash. Conversation got cockier than a urologist's office. That's really good. Like this stream if you dislike Nico House. Agreed? I really like Crowder. I just wish he had his comments open. Well, he doesn't have his comments open because he'd probably get banned because of what his fans would say in there. Let's be honest. That's like, if you're a Nazi broadcaster, you want to, cloak that shit as much as possible and make sure that people don't leave, revealing shit on your page. But anyway. Now, this is bizarre. 72 likes. So there's, 16 people watching. Are these the Pete Buttigieg voters? Why is 16 people watching? All right, let me actually say something. I have to use the bathroom. I'm about to get uromycetitis and I'm gonna die, so I have to use the bathroom real quick. So I will be right back and I will play this song while we wait. What's up? What's up? Woo! How's everyone doing? Both that song and the intro song come from the same game. Gobble. It's a sealed copy I have. Did I lose some weight? Who, me? I've lost 80 pounds in the last 1 year. Well, I don't know. Let me count. I was like around 220-ish, so I don't remember. Like, you know, you never really weigh yourself at your biggest, so. But I was around 220-ish, maybe 225-ish. Chat lag ate my punchline from a few minutes back. The eyelids were great, but I'm a little cockeyed. Motherfucker. Oh my god. Stop. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Nope. 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 Thank you for the $5. I don't even know how we can move on from that, but I will try. So, again, like the stream, bitches, motherfuckers, etc. Also, like, if you've got a Twitter account, like, I'm gonna have to start demanding that you retweet this shit. Like, we need to. Okay, here's what we should do. We should start using Twitter, like. You know how, like, you know, some of those, like, shows do, like, you know, post on Twitter with a hashtag? Y'all should start doing that. Post on Twitter with a hashtag and get that shit trending. You know what I'm saying? I saw your interview with that DJ guy. His thug out reaction to Nick Brana was hilarious. Hey, super Platana man. Thank you. Yeah, Nick Brana's a little bit of no good. Just not really that good. I did, Jeffrey, but I don't care about Star Wars, and I don't care about that, to be honest. Maybe I should hop on it for views, but I mean, I don't care, so I just don't give a shit. But what I do care about is this. So ICE, which is the, you know, premier branch of the terrorist party of the Republicans in this country, has been defying orders from the newly minted president, Joseph Robinette Biden II, and has been basically carrying out illegal deportations that are resulting in material harm and potentially death. So I have an article here from The Guardian. Outcry as more than 20 babies and children deported by U.S. to Haiti. ICE accused of sending defenseless babies into burning houses. As deportations of 72 carried out in inappropriate breach of Biden order. And this is from the 8th of February, 2021. So, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, deported at least 72 people to Haiti on Monday, including a 2-month-old baby and 21 other children, as the Biden administration made it clear it would press on with expulsions of newly arrived migrants pending a review of immigration policy. The children were deported to Haiti on Monday on 2 flights chartered by ICE from Laredo, Texas, to the Haitian capital Port-au-Prince. I'm so sorry. The removals sent vulnerable infants back to Haiti as it is being roiled by major political unrest. The expulsions were carried out under a 77-year-old public health statute called Title 42, first invoked by the Trump administration after the start of the pandemic. A spokesperson for the Department of Homeland Security said that the policy would continue for new arrivals at the border until there has been a review and facilities for housing migrants can be restored. The return of a family is a solemn and heartbreaking event. That is especially true when the country of the destination suffers instability, violence, lack of economic opportunity, or other challenges, the spokesperson said. As this administration has stated from the very outset, our capacity at the border will not transform overnight. They could. They choose not to. Due in large part to the damage done over the last 4 years to our asylum system and infrastructure, as we review and reform current immigration policies, we will continue prioritizing the health and safety of everyone we encounter during the pandemic. We are committed to restoring our asylum system and building an improved system. Quote. The Biden administration issued a 100-day moratorium on deportations on taking office. The exceptions are for suspected terrorists, dangerous criminals, and arrivals at the border after 1 November last year. For whatever reason, right? It's ridiculous. The moratorium alone would have not stopped Monday's Title 42 expulsions, officials said. The moratorium itself was blocked by a Trump-appointed judge on 26th of January, though the judge did not strike down new guidelines, calling on ICE to focus its resources on deporting only potentially dangerous migrants. We all know that 2-month-old babies are the most dangerous thing that could possibly damage our country, as a 2-month-old. Because really, again, once they become 3 months old, that's where they get their laser beams or whatever. I don't know. The agency, however, appeared to ignore those guidelines last week, attempting to deport a plane load of African migrants last week, leading to accusations it was a rogue agency. The flight was stopped at the last minute on the grounds that some of the deportees could be witnesses in an investigation into abuse by ICE agents. Why do you think they want to get rid of them? They don't want anyone knowing what crimes they committed to be anywhere near the government of the United States. So, following intense lobbying from community groups and congressional staffers who pointed to the political instability and lawlessness in Haiti, repatriation flights to Haiti were paused on Friday, but they resumed on Monday. Human rights activists are dismayed by the deportations, which bear a close resemblance to the hardline course set by Donald Trump. It is unconscionable for us as a country to continue with the same draconian, cruel policies that were pursued by the Trump administration, said Guerlain Joseph, the executive director of the immigration support group, the Haitian Bridge Alliance. She added, I don't know what's going on between ICE and the Biden administration. I'm so sorry. But we know what needs to be done. The deportations must stop. Immigration advisors are especially concerned about the safety of Haitian children deported on Monday, given that they are being returned to a country that is embroiled in rapidly mounting political turmoil. The Haitian president, Jovenel Moïse, is refusing to heed opposition calls for him to step down in a dispute over the end of his term. His detractors say he should have left office on the 7th of February. I will say I am not super caught up on what's happening in Haiti. I apologize. If someone wants to send me some other material I can read, I would gladly like to do so. Moïse has been ruling by decree for more than a year and has recently cracked down on public protests. On Sunday, the day that opponents urged him to stand down, he announced the arrests of 23 people, including a Supreme Court justice and senior police inspector whom he claimed were plotting a coup against him. 2 Haitian journalists were reportedly shot with live ammunition fired by the armed forces on Monday in volatile scenes in the Champ de Mars in downtown Port-au-Prince. The Biden administration has stoked further controversy by backing Moïse in the dispute. The U.S. government has announced it takes the view that the Haitian president has another year to run before he must leave office. Now, again, I don't know. I'm inclined to disagree with the United States when it comes to any foreign policy, especially when it comes to Latin America. But again, I am not informed enough to make a stance there, so I apologize for that. But yeah, so I just wanted to say that ICE, as of this current moment, seems to be acting as a rogue agency. They are just ignoring guidelines. They're ignoring executive orders. They're ignoring what the presidents want. And again, ICE originated in, I believe, 2001. Maybe it was 2002. And so anyone saying that, oh, we need ICE to protect our borders. So did we have open borders in 1998? According to those people, we had open borders for the entire inception of this country. We just had open borders, right? So we don't need ICE. ICE is a neo-Nazi organization filled with monstrous and disgusting individuals. And I really hope that all of these ICE agents are prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law and then some for the crimes against the humanity that they have committed, because their joyride of being able to kill, maim, brutalize, and torture innocent people, that is coming to a close. So I just wanted to talk about that. Fuck ICE. Abolish ICE. Get rid of that shit now. Not later. Not tomorrow. Right now. Thank you. My toenail is a little ripped. I have to perform some toenail surgery. Oxonot not Cho-chan. If Bernie won, y'all wouldn't have bitched at him when he failed to dismantle ICE day one. Because Qua understand he's not a dictator. This is so dumb. I don't understand. If Bernie didn't dismantle ICE on day one, I would have definitely pressured him. Like, what? And it's not just the president, it's the administration. It's all of Congress. Like, come on, man. Come on. Clips toenails on stream. Well, it wasn't technically on stream. While streaming would be. Z50, you're not funny, dude. There's not one individual in the U.S. government who could instantly reverse ICE policy. I'm not saying that there is. I'm saying that we need to work on that, and that needs to be a priority. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Biden is canceled because he didn't fucking, like, abolish ICE on day one. I'm saying he needs to make it a priority. Hello, Max. Thank you. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter who's right, who's wrong. All that matters is giving me money on Cash App. So, you know, I'm just throwing that out there. HMU and all that. Hello, elephants are afraid of bees. Max is always like, stop worrying so much. Max just likes to check on me. He knows I'm screaming, but he doesn't know who I'm screaming at. So, Lindsey Graham, not to be confused with the cracker of South Carolina, Ted Cruz of Texas, and Mike Lee of Utah were spotted going in. Yeah. Where's the music? What music? I love that elephant emoji. Holy shit. I didn't know elephants were so amazing for the YouTube chat. What the fuck? When did they make elephants just so amazing in the YouTube emojis? Holy shit. They're so different. Who are you talking to? Who's the bad faith asshole? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Come on, y'all. We're all friends here. I don't think anyone is claiming that Joe Biden is like a god emperor and is gonna like save us. It's just that like we're in a YouTube chat room, you know what I mean? So if we're in a YouTube chat room, I mean, it's not like we're on like a microphone on CNN or something, you know? So the rhetoric doesn't need to be the most refined possible rhetoric, you know? It's not like Joe Biden's listening to what we're saying or whatever. They heard you love elephants? Hell yes. Hello, Richard Mason. A50. Sorry, don't do Cash App. Buy the dog a bone. Oh, thank you. I will buy the dog a bone. I will do so. I appreciate that. Buy dog. I will buy myself some dog. Let me check out dog. That's something to do. Is it back above 7 yet? Uh-oh. Come on, Elon. Just tweet one more time. That's all I'm asking. I will stream the impeachment today. Yes, Bodan? Disclaimer time. Again, I am not a professional. I am just a regular, everyday user just like you. Actually, in fact, I'm dumber than you, so don't listen to anything I say. Come on, y'all. Joe Chen and Xox. Come on, come on. The arguing makes me uncomfortable. Do you want me to be uncomfortable? This is for both of y'all. Please. Please. I have breaking news. Get him, Max. Get him. I think you got him. Whoop, whoop. Get him. Get him. Oh my God. Look at that dog. Z50 is just a fucking moron. Hello, Jig C23. Hey, home. This is why we listen to you. It makes us feel smart.
Did you use the word smart? So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Oh, give me a break.
Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you, Joe.
Whew. Humiliation fetish. Yeah, Z50's not bright. Am I staying safe? I don't leave the house. So, yes, I'm staying safe. Don't ever use the word fart with me. Oh my fucking God. But anyway, that's basically all the news I have for today. So we could just kind of chill for a bit. Like, what's up, y'all? How we feeling? What's the vibe check? Give me a vibe check. Oh my God, Jenna, please. Jenna, no. Ruff. Ruff, ruff. Hello, Max. Hello. Ruff. Hello. Hello, Max. You're licking my foot. Are you gonna lick me with the tongue that you just used? Oh, please don't put your foot there. Thank you. Oh. It's been weeks, but finally I have produced the third phase of matter. Go on. Look at this dog. This dog is like, I'm really trying to leave, but this is such a good scratch. Oh. You want more, huh? Look at this guy. This is a dog. This is such a good dog. I couldn't ask for a better dog. Uh-oh. 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 He's dogging it out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Max sleeps right next to me. Sometimes he sleeps like on my leg. Who's the Daily Dullard? I think Z50 is the Daily Dullard. Oh my god. Look at that dog. Oh, he's done. Sometimes you gotta remind him he's a dog. It's important. I do that almost once an hour. My family asks me why I do that, and I say because I think it's funny. Not looking good for Zed. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I really have nothing else to say here, so I'm just chilling. I want to say that Valentine's Day is on Sunday. So I will be doing a Sunday run day. And so if anyone is lonely, like myself, because there's a pandemic going on, you can hang out with me. Which family members are living with me? I respect their privacy, so I will not extrapolate further. Oh my god. How can we send you coffee? You can just send me the money. I'm gonna set up a PO box soon. Well, okay, let me get a poll here. If I were to set up a PO box, like, would people actually send me even if it's like letter, like draw on a piece of paper and set, like, would people actually send me anything? Like, cause really the best way is just like give me money and I'll like and tell me where to buy it online or something. But if people do want to like actually send me stuff, as long as it doesn't kill me, like don't kill me, folks. Can I change the Pelosi pick? No, it's the classic branding. Z50, I would not accept foodstuffs from you. Rebecca Soul West, $10 super chat. Thank you for the entertainment and enlightenment, Andrea. What is your take on Dorian Electra? This is the part where I Google that. Dorian Electra. I'm reading from Wikipedia. An American singer, songwriter, and performance artist. Their debut studio album, Flamboyant, was released in 2019, followed by their second studio album, My Agenda, in 2020. Early life. Electra graduated from School of the Woods, a Montessori high school in Houston. They attended Shimmer College, a great book school in Chicago, from 2010 to 2014. Electra is Jewish. Career. Electra first drew national attention in 2010 with the music video I'm in Love with Friedrich Hayek, which lauded the philosophy of the Austrian economist Friedrich Hayek and garnered commentary from the modern Austrian theory professor Stephen Horwitz. In 2011, they released two more videos, Roll with the Flow and We Got It for Cheap. Both were covered by mainstream political media. We Got It for Cheap came in second in the Lloyd V. Hackley Endowment's Supply and Demand video contest. I mean, it seems like an interesting individual. I'd never heard of them before, so I'm sorry, I just don't understand. Thank you, Riolon, for the 28 czars. I'll just keep sending money. You know what you need better than I. I mean, I will buy coffee with it, so. I mean, it's all good, Yodeler. You'd send envelopes with cash? I mean, hell yeah, right? Like, that works. Postal card from France? Hell yeah, sure. JL, $5. The Pelosi pick is a secret affirmation of Andrea shilling for the DNC. I can't tell you how many people think they, like, when they see my, like, logo here, right? I cannot tell you how many dumb motherfuckers think that, like, I'm a Pelosi fan because of this. Like, it's clearly, like, I don't know, like, a lot of people, like, on the dumb left, you know, like the Jimmy Dore, Nico House people, especially, like, all those people that have been, like, coming after me on Twitter all day, every day, like, they just have no sense of humor whatsoever. That is going to change my opinion on donations. What is? Cash through USPS is not advised. I mean, if you put it in like a birthday card, I mean, who's gonna fucking know? I mean, like, sure, it could get stolen, but I don't know. Cash will not get there. Looks like Dems are supporting the PRO Act. That's good. The Silk Road movie? No, I haven't. But I never heard of it, so maybe I'll check it out. That's going to change what? That I don't like Pelosi and it's just I mean, obviously I'm a huge Pelosi fan. Huge. Comrade Pelosi was on the Majority Report yesterday? Hell yes. It's because wit requires some intelligence. Yeah, that's true. I've not heard of the movie. I didn't know there was a movie about it. The PRO Act is a bill that will make it easier to organize unions, worker protections, and outstanding scans. Yeah. I don't know much about it, but if you want to send me an article on Twitter, I can talk about it tomorrow. I called into the Majority Report yesterday. Did you mention me? What happened to the plan of calling the Majority Report and saying, I found this really cool podcast called Above It All. It's hosted by the most beautiful and amazing and intelligent 24-year-old on planet Earth. Come on. I'm waiting. Unbelievable. Calling into the Majority Report and not mentioning me?
Bad deal. Should have never been thought of.
Oh my God. Yeah, definitely do not send me drugs in the mail. Especially unsolicited. Jeffrey called MR to tell them that he's 34 and still has no family. Oh no.
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family.
Fucking hell. Where is Below It All? I think that's on your channel, Zed50. Here, I've got some Below It All material.
Levi's. Just showing that my First Amendment right. My First Amendment right.
Only the really...
to not wear Levi's.
I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
Yep. I've been wearing Levi's for 40 years.
So stupid. So stupid. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep, and this is what I think of my Levi's. Uh-huh. Yeah,
Dumb
Levi's. This is what I think.
Oh my God. Fuck. Impeachment stream will probably do 1:30 or 2 p.m. Somewhere in that range. That way, again, we can skip all the breaks and stuff, and then I waste less time in my life. You have Jamie booked to come on Good Morning Comrade next week? Yo, tell her to come on my show. Get that link. Get the plug and the hookup. Jeff is selfish and trash. That is factual, actually. That is factual. My IQ is so low, it's in the minus territory. Oh. Oh my God. Blow It All. That's a different kind of movie / show. Oh my God. I have never taken an IQ test. Does anyone want to, like, you know, guess and then I'll take one someday? This is the problem with Jeff. Like, let's be honest here. This is the problem.
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family.
Watch Hillary examine the terrain. Watch a campaign with the man Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine in the membrane.
Fuck. Below It All with Z50. Jesus Christ. Why would you burn clothing? Why would you burn clothing, you ask?
Only the really... I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
That's why? Alright, Guinea. See ya. It's basically my... Hell yes, Cloud. Investigate those motherfuckers. Hey, Simon says. I'm street smart? I don't know if that's technically correct, but maybe. Above average is like 140. I'm probably like a solid 375. There are 2 congressmen fighting to pass a bill banning the selling of kangaroo meat and skins being sold in the U.S. That's amazing. Fuck. Personally, if it were up to me, ban the sale of all meat and skin. I would just say, like, ban any animal abuse whatsoever outside of sanctioned hunting. Thank you for the $5. But that's my radical vegetarianism speaking. So, but yeah, I mean, again, thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. I appreciate that. Tomorrow, as far as impeachment goes, I don't know if I'm going to cover the whole thing tomorrow, if there is impeachment tomorrow. But today I will, around 1:30 to 2 p.m. So in about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on, you know, how long it takes for me to eat and all that, you know, all that kind of stuff. But again, I appreciate that y'all are willing to carve out, you know, 2 hours of your morning to dedicate to listening to my dumb bitch ass. So, I appreciate that quite a lot. And, with that being said, I gotta get that clip of Joe Biden challenging someone to an IQ test. Only 200 IQ viewers can see this. Hi. Whoa! 200 IQ confirmed. IQ is honestly racist as fuck. I mean, yeah, I mean, to me, IQ isn't an actual indicator of intelligence. It's just a funny meme.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
Thank you, JL, for the $10. Y'all are spoiling me right now. Reminder, if you give me money on PayPal, Cash App, or Patreon, I make more money. YouTube takes about a 20% cut. So if you want to send me money on other platforms, I will make more of the money. Just throwing that out there. But I appreciate everyone for watching. I'll be back in a couple of hours. Reminder to put in a good word with me, or, you know, for me with anyone else. And because I'm a brilliant and amazing human being. And so are all of you. But I mean that unironically. At least the latter half of that, I mean. Unironically. And yeah, so I love everyone who's watching. And even if you're watching the VOD, I hear you. I see you. And thank you for watching. I appreciate that. And that is all. So thank you.
And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. I'm about to be 34. I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. Because my dad had 2 kids by the time he was 27.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, you know what the problem is though? It's definitely not me. Mm-hmm. I think it's everybody else.
When you listen to some of my policies, in a lot of ways, Richard Nixon was more liberal than I was.
Well, it was an amazing phone call I made. 40 Wall Street actually was the second tallest building in downtown Manhattan. And it was actually, before the World Trade Center, was the tallest. And then when they built the World Trade Center, it became known as the second tallest, and now it's the tallest. And I just spoke to my people.
And I have a simple proposition here. I'm here to ask you for your help. Where I come from, you don't get far unless you ask. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over if you'd like to see, help out. If not, vote the other by.
And he's like this, and we were, I need water, help me, I need water, help.
Everybody digging my chili, what I'm laying down, that is not true.
Antifa exists.
Honestly, Sam, if I could just get the sentence out. We can talk about Jimmy Dore can go and kill 15 kids tomorrow, and I still believe in force the vote.
Oh, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
But you have to go home now.